Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Let's start today's info seminar. So in today's info seminar, we will briefly introduce about the Master of Engineering program in our Department of Building Environment and Energy Engineering. So I think it's already around 3:05. So let's start today's info session. I'm Dr. Sun Liang Tao, the assistant professor and program leader for our Master of Engineering program. From Department of Building Environment and Energy Engineering in Hong Kong Polytechnic University. So in today's info seminar, we will briefly introduce about our university and also our department and this program. So let's start. What is exactly our Department of Building Environment and Energy Engineering? So in the past, some students actually were a bit confused about this name, the Building Environment and Energy Engineering, because sometimes in some other universities in the international community, maybe you may see some other names like the Architectural Engineering, Building Environment Engineering, Building Science and Technology, Building Services Engineering, 建筑环境设备工程, etc. Actually, for all these names, they are relevant. They are actually relevant with each other. They have the similar disciplines as in this building environment and energy engineering, but they have different names here. So what is exactly the building environment and energy engineering? This BEE actually can be described as the art and science of designing, analyzing, operating, and maintaining the building energy and environmental systems and equipment in and around buildings. So it actually covers quite a lot of different parts for the building systems in and around the buildings. For example, it covers the building energy and environmental systems, the electrical systems, the building safety and security systems like the fire, plumbing, drainage, lightning protection systems, etc. So for this BEE, I would say that it also covers like the heating, cooling, ventilation, air conditioning. So all different types of the building services systems relating to this BEE. And furthermore, let's talk about our university. For our university, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, so it is the top ranking university in the world. So I don't know whether have you ever checked the latest QS World University ranking. So for the our university, Hong Kong Polytechnic University, the latest QS World University ranking, it is actually at the 65th position. So it has a very high ranking at the top 100 university in the whole world. And then not only we have very high overall ranking for the university, but for the subject rankings, we also have a very high position. So for example, for our Department of Building Environment and Energy Engineering, so our department is in the discipline of the architecture and the built environment. So for this subject area, for this discipline, our university is ranked at the 15th position. So it is definitely the top universities in the whole world. We have very high ranking. And furthermore, we can also have a comparison to some other relevant universities in this discipline relating to the building environment and energy engineering in the subject area, for example, in the architecture and building environment. So for example, in this subject area, Tsinghua University is ranked the 9th position. The Hong Kong University, University of Hong Kong is ranked the 14th position. Cornell University is ranked the 23rd position, and Peking University is between 51 to 100, and Shanghai Jiao Tong University is between 51 to 100 as well. So you can see that actually, we, as I mentioned, for the BE discipline, our ranking is actually at the 15th position in the whole world. If you would like to know more about the, for example, the ranking for our Hong Kong Polytechnic University, as well as the subject ranking relating to the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, you can also check that website as shown here. So it is relating to the QS World University ranking. And for our program, Master of Engineering program, so for our program, the title of the program is Master of Engineering in Building Services Engineering. So the abbreviation is Master of Engineering in BSE. And since September 2022, actually, our program has been switched into the mixed mode program. And before 2022, actually, we were only have this full-time mode. And since September 2022, we have both the full-time mode and also the part-time mode. So it is mixed mode. And for the full-time mode, the study duration should be 1 year. And for the part-time mode, the study duration will be 2 years of time. So for the tuition fee for per credit for the academic year 2023 to 2024, it is 5,750 Hong Kong dollars. But the university will anyway update the latest tuition fee information on our official website. And for the entrance requirements, so for our Master of Engineering program, regarding the entrance requirements, so the graduating students from Bachelor of Engineering programs in the subject and major areas, for example, in building energy, building services engineering, building environmental and equipment engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, thermal energy engineering, and safety engineering, etc. Now you are all very welcome to apply for our Master of Engineering program in BSc. And furthermore, because our instruction language for our Master of Engineering program is in English, so there should be a language entrance requirements. So here, as I mentioned in this slide, so for those applicants who are not a native speaker of English and whose bachelor's degree or equivalent qualification is awarded by institutions where the medium of instruction or the instruction language is not English, then they are expected to fulfill the following English language requirement. So actually we have two options, either the IELTS test or the TOEFL examination test. So for the IELTS test, you have to achieve the IELTS score, overall band score of at least 6. And also for the TOEFL test, you have to achieve the internet-based test of at least 80, or you use paper-based test, it should be at least 550. So you have to achieve this language entrance requirement before you can apply for this Master of Engineering program. And furthermore, just now in the former slides, I mentioned about some typical major subject areas for the graduating students who can apply for Master of Engineering program. For example, I mentioned building energy, building service engineering, building environmental and equipment engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, thermal energy engineering, etc., and safety engineering. But actually, if you have got your bachelor degree with, for example, with equivalent qualifications with some relevant subject areas, you can still apply. For the mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, you can apply. You're very welcome to apply for a Master of Engineering program. And your application anyway will be considered on individual merit, will be case by case. And also, both the bachelor graduates in 2023 and also before are welcome to apply for our Master of Engineering program. And interview may be arranged case by case. And furthermore, we can also have a talk about our Master of Engineering program regarding, for example, the program structure. So in order to get the degree, the students have to complete 30 credits. So there are 30 credits in our Master of Engineering program, including the 3 core compulsory subjects and also 5 other elective subjects. So for the 3 core compulsory subjects, here we can see this table. So it is composed of the first one is a dissertation. The subject code now is BSc 575 for dissertation. And this dissertation subject or dissertation project is equivalent to 9 credits. So it is actually a dissertation research project for 2 semesters. And the students will be supervised by 1 academic staff for a certain dissertation project topic. So it is one of the most important part for our Master of Engineering program. It is equivalent to 9 credits. And also for the language subject, so now the code is ERC 501, so it is relating to the language, so it is equivalent to 3 credits. It is also one of the 3 compulsory subjects for Master of Engineering program. And third one is the economic subject. So for the economic subject, so it is now the code is BSc 5512. You have to learn, for example, the economic principles and also methodologies for analyzing the facility management and also building facilities, etc. So it is equivalent to 3 credits, also one of the most important subjects in our Master of Engineering program. And furthermore, as I mentioned just now, so you can select 5 elective subjects. So for the elective subjects, actually, our department of building environment and energy engineering has provided quite a lot of elective subjects for you to choose. So here I listed some representative subjects, for example, BSc 512, Engineering Intelligent Buildings, BSc 534, the legislation aspects of fire safety management, BSc 542, Energy Efficient Buildings, BSc 545, Applied Solar Energy in Buildings, BSc 5519, Sustainability and the Built Environment, etc. But here you have to also take care that some of the subjects they will be provided in each year, but some subjects they will be provided in every, for example, 2 years of time. But in order to get the exact schedule, you have to check our university website. After you have, for example, enrolled in our program, you will get relevant information. And furthermore, for the professional accreditation for our Master of Engineering program, actually our Master of Engineering program is in the accreditation process. Decision is in the process. So the accreditation will be done by the Chartered Institution of Building Services Engineers, CIBSE. So that's why I mentioned here the accreditation by the CIBSE as suitable further learning to meet the academic requirement for the Chartered Engineer registration is subject to approval. And in order to get the award, you should achieve, you have to get the 30 credits, as I mentioned just now. At the same time, you have to also get a certain GPA level. So the GPA level should be at least a 1.7. That should be 1.7 or above, of course, as high as possible. And since around 2 years ago, the university has applied a new GPA system. So here you can see that excellent means A+ to A- with a GPA 4.3 to 3.7. Good means B+ to B- with a GPA 3.3 to 2.7. Satisfactory means the GPA from C+ to C- with the GPA from 2.3 to 1.7. And then also D+, D, and also fail, that's F. So we have the new GPA system. So it means that in order to get a GPA of 1.7 or above, you have to try your best to get a high, for example, excellent or good grade, of course, as high as possible for your different subjects. But 1.7 actually here is C-. And here we can also see that for the award classification for the Master of Engineering program, so if you get the Master of Engineering degree, there will also be an award classification for the degrees. So here we have 3 award classifications. One is a distinction. So distinction means the student standard of a performance or attainment is excellent and identifies him or her as exceptionally capable in the field covered by the program in question. And a credit means the student has reached the standard of performance or attainment which is more than satisfactory but less than excellent. And pass means the student has reached a standard which is satisfactory. So we have different actually award classification levels here. So our university has also the practical application procedures. So you can check this website to know more about the practical application steps in order to apply for a Master of Engineering program. Pay attention to the schedules. And if you have any further question, you're also welcome to contact Ms. Zhong in our Department of Building Environment and Energy Engineering in the BE General Office. And anyway, very welcome to apply for our Master of Engineering program. And now this is the question and answer session. If you have any question, you are very welcome to, for example, type in your questions in the chat box. I will also have a check of this chat box. If you have any question, you're welcome to ask me. Thank you very much for your attention. Any question, please? Hi, Ken. Thank you very much for your question. So you asked what is the main difference between Master of Engineering and Master of Science. The main difference is that for the Master of Science, actually, they have an option to take the dissertation subject or not. As I mentioned, I can also show you again. So for the course structures, for our program structure. So here you can see that for the Master of Engineering program, one of the most important subject is actually this dissertation subject, the dissertation research project, which is equivalent to 9 credits. So it means it is obligatory. For the Master of Science program, it is not exactly obligatory. So for the dissertation project, it means that you have to conduct the dissertation research work. It is equivalent to around 2 semesters for our program, and it will be supervised by 1 academic staff, for example, a certain professor or associate or assistant professors to conduct your dissertation research work. Yeah, so that is actually the main difference, I would say, between the Master of Engineering program and also the Master of Science program. Okay. Any other question, please? Any question will be very welcome. Any question, please? I think we also have the audio and video settings here. So if you would like to turn on your microphone, you can also speak directly to me in this platform. I think in this meeting room, I can also hear your voice. Or you can directly type in your questions in the chat box. I will still be in the meeting room, I think, for quite a while. So if you have any question, you're welcome to leave a question in the chat box. Yeah, hi, Ken. Thank you for your question. You asked whether it is better to select Master of Engineering rather than Master of Science if you are aiming for the PhD. I would say that it's hard to say. So for Master of Engineering, of course, the dissertation program is a very important, I would say, training and also learning process for the research skills. So during the dissertation program, so as I mentioned, this dissertation subject area is the BSc 5, the now code is BSc 575. So you have to conduct the dissertation research work, and it will be supervised by the academic, one academic staff. Normally the academic staff will provide some academic research training for a certain research topic. It is a very good, I would say, very good preparation also for the PhD degree if you are interested. After graduation, we're interested to further go on to pursue a higher degree level. So from that point, the dissertation subject PSc 575 is a very important, I would say, very important training process before the PhD research. But for the PhD research, it is a higher level, even higher level, which normally emphasizes more about like the academic achievement, academic novelty, in a certain research process. For the Master of Engineering, it is, for example, for dissertation, it could be like also with applied research and also the applied some applications to be directly applied to the industry. For the PhD, that is anyway more relating to the academics. So the academic areas, they emphasize the novel outcome from a certain, for example, academic topic or the research topic. Okay, is there any question? Any question would be very welcome. You can directly type in your questions in the chat box, or if you have the microphones, you can also turn on your microphones and directly talk to me if you have any question. Okay, if there is no other question, that's all for today's info seminar. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any further questions, you're also welcome to directly contact me by email. You can also contact our B General Office for any question relating to the application of our Master of Engineering program. So thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.